Welcome folks to another episode of the Vinyl Search. Hope you're all doing well. You know what, I feel like the group Foreigner from the 80s. I feel cold as ice. Caught a bit of a cold. Being off work for a week, not going abroad anywhere. I guess when you get out of your work routine, your body clock changes. I don't know how I've caught a cold. Maybe I've been in them dusty record shops too much, who knows. But I figured I'd just take a walk, just to get it out my system, get my circulation going, blood circulation. And then I remembered I've not been to the Vinyl Groove since August. The Vinyl Groove is literally 10 minutes away from my house in my local town. The last time I was in there, I spent a good hour going through all the Michael Jackson 7-inch singles, and I'd had a great haul in there, but there's just so much stuff in there. I could have been in there quite a few hours, loads of 7-inch singles. I didn't even show you the front of the shop. There's like a ton of stuff in the front of the shop. But yeah, I'm gonna just head down there now, take a little walk. How have you been doing anyway? Hope you've been good. Managed to, while I've been off this week, record a couple of videos, get out and about, so yeah, it's been good, you know. But yeah, I've also been tipped off about a few other places. I suppose going around record shops and telling people what you do, making YouTube videos. People in these record shops know people, don't they? And they always say, listen, if you check this person out, or I'll give you this number, or if you want to go there, such and such is selling stuff. There's always people selling vinyl. So we'll see in the coming weeks. Just keep the content interesting, really. I am dying to get back to Liverpool, actually. I don't know where I might go to Liverpool, possibly tomorrow. Yeah, it's a place that I've just never really been to before. I've not been to Leeds yet. I've not been to Sheffield. I know Leeds has got like a lot of record shops over there. There's quite a few, looks like there's 2 or 3 shops in Sheffield. So, and again, these places are about an hour drive for me, so not too far. But anyway, I'll bring you back in a few Bobby Browns when we get down to the Vinyl Groove. So I'm just coming up to the junction now, where the record shop is. And if you kind of go beyond that into the town centre, in the 80s and 90s, no word of a lie, this town held the record in the UK for the most amount of pubs or drinking joints, public houses, whatever you want to call them. Held the record for the most amount in like a mile radius. There'd be like 50 pubs, one after the other. I mean, a lot of them have shut down now. But how you went on a pub, because I'm not a drinker, how you went on a pub crawl back then and managed to get home being able to walk, I just do not know. But as they say, I don't know, do you look back with rose-tinted spectacles, the good old days? Because if you go beyond here now, all that's left really is takeaways, vape shops, the odd charity shop. There's a load of barber shops. There's actually a couple of interesting shops for ladies clothes. There's like a cash generator type shop. I guess the best thing about Heywood town centre, as I've shown you on a previous video, is the memorial square a bit later on, a bit further up, and there is a library up there which they're actually doing a community centre up. But I do kind of feel lucky that we've got a record shop here, and the amount of times that I've kind of been past it as well. I've not been able to get in. It's normally on like Monday to Friday, and I finish work and not been able to get in. The amount of times I've walked past it and not gone in there, it's a shame really, but I'm kicking myself now because the last few times I've been in, I found some great stuff and I really didn't expect it. But there it is over at the junction. It's called the Vinyl Groove, great name for a record shop. There's two parts to it. You can see the main part there. You've got to go in the back actually first, because he sells a load of furniture and other bits, obviously, to keep the money coming in, because it must be hard just selling old 7-inch singles and bits of old vinyl. But yeah, I'm going to have a muse in here for a few hours and see what I can find. The Vinyl Groove, Heywood Town Centre. So this is inside the main area of the Vinyl Groove. And it's pretty impressive, I've got to say. I've only been in the back in previous videos looking at the 7-inch singles as you've seen before, but I've not actually been through this section, just had no time. But there's an extensive catalogue of albums here, soundtracks, 80s and 90s, Elvis Presley, jazz, blues, more Elvis, you got a good country section there. What's this falling down on me? Yeah, bit of Ray Charles. I mean, you know, there's some I can see there's some quality stuff here, and they're all at good prices as well. You know, they're all fair prices, 50s and 60s. Loads of Rolling Stones, The Who. Like I say, the pack's stacked out here with Beatles albums, Paul McCartney. You know, if this is your thing, the Moody Blues, if you're going back to the 60s, there's plenty here. Got some CDs here, CD singles. I mean, look at the price, 25 pence each. You know, there's some tapes on the floor. More 7s here, 60s beat pop, boxes of CDs. Let's head over here. I've got some DVDs in here. I mean, these are interesting. These like toy buses. Like you say, you gotta, as well as selling vinyl, you gotta make your sales other ways as well, and why not? We've got here a bit of prog rock, Deep Purple here, Genesis, Jimi Hendrix, all labelled very well. Jethro Tull, Pink Floyd, Neil Young, stack of Neil Youngs there. Yes, we're getting into my section now, the soul groups, Motown, women, loads of soul albums here. Isaac Haystacks, Kent, we've got some punk, AC/DC, a bit more rock, some Jacksons, some Madonna. So yeah, let's have a little scan through the old soul groups, Ohio Players. Mel and Tim, not seen that one. That's a nice album from the Isleys, Live It Up. Some nice stuff on that.
It's my dad's shop and I don't know. And he's just gone away today.
Some great stuff on that Surface album. A Second Wave, first bit of 80s was found in here, apart from the Isleys. Ramsey Lewis album. Harold Melvin, classic. Wow. Now this album is actually on my new Jack Swing LP list to find, and we found one. Oh wow. That is awesome. That's going on with me today. Right then, bit of Motown here. The Notations, they did a great track. I'm sure I worked with Curtis Mayfield, them guys. Galaxy album, War. Ooh, I might have to listen to that. Oh, I'm so happy to find that Shy album. Ashford and Simpson. This is the beauty in it of going record shops. You just never know what you're gonna find, and you know, in the craziest of places that you just wouldn't expect to turn up. Friends of Distinction. Gloria Lynn. That's an old one, innit? Betty Everett, Millie Jackson. That's nice. Is that the album or the 12? Wow. I did get a UK promo with this. That's nice, import 12 that. What are we on now? More Soul, D.D. Bridgewater. I did get some albums by her actually, did a few like jazz funky rare groove bits, Frida Payne. Shirley Brown, another Millie. Patty Austin there, we picked that up, didn't we? Millie Jackson. Some great 80s stuff on that. The Pointer Sisters, that's an early 80s one. There's probably some funky stuff on that. I've got this on CD actually. Patty Austin. What year was this? From 1990. You know what, I can't remember what that sounds like, but we'll keep it there. For £5 that might be going home with me. Randy Crawford, Millie, we've just been through that. Sybil album. Shantae Moore. I never got this on vinyl. Wow, I never got that on vinyl. La La, did I get this on vinyl? I can't remember. Another 90s album there with a nice swing track on. Wow, some great finds already. What was on this Sybil album? I've got so many of her stuff now, I can't remember, but maybe we'll keep it there. Soul Mail. Old David Ruffin. Old V. Wright. Paul Lawrence album. I do see that around a lot, his 80s, more Barry. That's 90s indie. Might have to have a listen to that. It might be bluesy though. Jesse Green. I remember getting that on a CD reissue. Temptations. Probably a lot of the early stuff. I am looking actually for the Joneses on 12-inch, not the remixes, the original album mix on a Motown Promo 12, just for the new Jack instrumental. Supremes. There's Old Edwin. Now I did get that on vinyl. Mike Davis, some great new Jack on that. George, hold on a minute. Hold on. Oops, a daisy. What is this? Another one ticked off the old list. Keith Sweat. Thank you very much. George Howard, I do like this guy. What year is this? 1991. That is coming home with me. Teddy P. I have got a vinyl of that, I'm sure I have. Gene Page. Old Lou Rolls. Blackbirds. Oh dear. Teddy P. Who's this? Damn, now I did find some stuff in Liverpool from this guy. I don't remember finding this album up though. Daniel Winans. That could be another 90s find for me. Tom Brown album. Oh, dearie me. Bit of the old Marvin Gaye. Light of the World. Wow. Wow, bit of Brit funk there. Old Bobby. Dennis Taylor. Enough is enough. Well, Atlantic. See what's on Atlantic. Obviously a bit of Isaac Hayes. I thought he was on Stax. Was it in the wrong section? I mean, really going back here. Let's check out the Stax section. Right, I will bring you back. I'll have a bit more of an extensive dig and I'll bring you back with whatever else I find, but I'm off to a great start. So we've got a nice selection of Prince 7s here. Let's go through. Bit of Kate Bush as well. In good condition. Kiss. My name is Prince. It's always nice to see. I should check the B-sides of these out really. There might be some non-album B-sides on them. Get Off. That'd be a nice new Jack one. The Honey Pony. Wow. Wow, one single man. Wow. Queen. Let's have a look through Madonna. Vogue. What's on the B side? Shooby Doo, it's a nice 7. Causing a commotion. Oh, that's one of my favourite Madonna tracks. What to tell. They're all here. Wow, man. Studio outtakes from the film Dick Tracy. Interesting. Remix. Holiday. And think of me. What we got here? 70s and 80s pop. Old shaky. Old Betty Boo. Ah, there's the new Jack track. It's got the instrumental, that's interesting. Oh, now I get it, all the stuff on Island Records. Right, there's a box here of pretty hard to find US Soul 7s, Northern Soul, Timothy Wilson. You know, if you're if you're a collector looking for these 7s, there's some great stuff in here. I mean, stuff like this is just so hard to find now. I mean, a lot of this, it's unknown to me, a lot of this stuff in here, but I can just tell by the prices. There's some really good stuff here. Little Richard III, look at that. Billy Butler. I Quit and Never Win. I just love the titles on these. I Quit and Never Wins. I'll Keep Trying. £20 there from Fred Smith. Eddie Holman. So there's a bit, so you got US Soul there, there's UK, and I never feature any reggae, and I know reggae 7s go. Certain reggae titles on labels like Blue Beat go for a bit of money as well. You know, these ain't so badly priced actually, if you're looking for reggae. But again, I'm in unknown territory. I've Toots and the Maytals, or is that? Yeah, I've got a nice compilation by them somewhere. But yeah, it's another. You just got to get your money out, haven't you? This is the thing, you just got to have the money. Big Youth there, £3, 20 is a £25. The Pioneers, or Trojan. Like I say, it's a whole different. With the closest I got to reggae was Lovers Reggae. I really got into that, and I got a load of CD comps, Janet Kay, stuff like that, from the early 80s, because it veered into soul music. Yellow Man. Yeah, but again, it's all here. It's a nice rarities box in the vinyl groove. Just in the back of vinyl groove where I've been through a few times. Here it is again. Tons of 7s there. 12 inches over there. Jazz prog rock albums. What's we got here? 60s. Boxes of stuff up here. I've just been told by the owner actually that I do believe someone's buying all this all up at some point soon, so it could all be going. But he's got that much stuff that he could restock it again. Yep. I have been through this before. Just have a quick look, see if there's anything else that I've missed. But it was several months ago. The £2 album section. That'd be nice for £2 if I didn't already have it. Quick flick through. I remember just picking all the 80s albums. I don't know, I keep seeing that. I'll maybe get that for £2. Who knows? Andy Crawford, Nightlight, Tavares, keep seeing that. Yeah, it's the same. I feel like someone's been in here other than me though and took some good stuff out of here though. A lot of those imports have gone. Meso 4, I bet there's something on that. New edition, gosh, I'd get that if I didn't have it already. Oh, these are comps, aren't they? I'm hoping to find some nice pound 7s though, maybe some New Jack ones, we'll see. Just obscure ones. Heatwave, oh nice album, nice. What was on this? Mind Blown Decisions. Looks a bit bad though, that Commodore's album. Looks like a 1986 of this one, doesn't it? Yeah, I was right. I just tell by the cover and what they're wearing. I wonder what's on that though. It's probably pretty bad. Spinners. There's enough. I think I listened to that last time. There wasn't much on it. Chaka Khan. Another Daz Band, Wild and Free. Nice import. Platinum Hawk album. Yeah, was this? It looks early 80s, late 70s. I don't know, this album looks very interesting. 1979, I'll leave it over there. That's nice to have, isn't it? Eddie Grant. Has that got Electric Avenue on it? It has. It's got Electric Avenue. Do you know, I mean, a little story about this guy. He had a pressing plant. He actually owned a pressing plant, and when Michael Jackson's Thriller had sold out everywhere, Sony came to him with an offer saying, we'll pay you so many pennies if you can press up the Thriller album. And that's what he did. He pressed up thousands of copies of Michael Jackson's Thriller in his pressing plant to keep the demand going. Old Eddie Grant. can't remember if I've got this on vinyl, but it's just a classic. Definitely got that one on vinyl. Shack Attack Nightbirds. Wow. They were hit and miss, Shack Attack. But some of the early 80s stuff was good. See that everywhere. Drifters. Shalimar album, The Look. What was on this? I've already got this on vinyl, why am I even looking at it? Got that on vinyl. Dimples. Old George. Evelyn Thomas, one of the high energy ones. Nice, are good for £2 each. You can't really complain, can you? Yeah, I'll bring you back when I found some more stuff. Okay, my final finds today in the Vinyl Groove record shop in Heywood. All £2 album, these particular ones. Leo Sayer, unbelievably, did a brilliant Funky Rare Groove track in 1977. If you've not heard this before, Easy to Love. Awesome, awesome track. It's a lovely mint copy of that as well. Jonathan Butler double album from 1987. There's always some late 80s, good late 80s soul on here from Barry J. Eastman. Another vinyl CD replacement. The classic Terence Trent D'Arby. Really good mint copy of this for a couple of pounds. Why not, before it disappears? A lot of talk about Terence at the moment. 7-inch wise, the only New Jack Swing track she did with an instrumental, 24 hours. The Mac Band Jealous, nice little 7 with an edit on, nice to find that. George Howard Smooth Jazz, a bit of light New Jack on this from 1991. Love and Understanding, well worth checking out. Shantae Moore, the classic, Love's Taken Over. Great to find this on an MCA import from 1992, of course. Happy to find this to tick my New Jack Swing list off. Shy's debut album on MCA, another import from 92. Waiting for the day on it. Keith Sweat's third album, which is not easy to find now. European pressing, great condition. Debbie Harry, Cuckoo album, produced, believe it, from 1981 by Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards. So you Chic fans, if you don't know this album, this is the one to get. Lovely copy of that. Ray Goodman and Brown from 1986 in the shrink wrap. Yeah, I don't know this album. Bew Higgins, Zach Vaz. I just know there's going to be some good stuff on this. I found some really obscure female rap CDs. May the Introduction. What year is this? 1992. On Scotty Brothers. MC Peaches. On East West. What year was this? 1991. A Mobb Deep album from 1996. This is really obscure on Ichiban. Schoolgirls, Just the Two of Us. Bit of hip hop New Jack on this. Really obscure from 1992. Lovely to find that. MC Luscious. Looks a bit dodgy this. It might be Miami Bass. Probably is actually, but I've never seen it. What year is that? 1990. I don't know what this is. Again, really obscure Ichiban from 1992. Only a couple of quid these CDs. A bunch of CD singles for 25p each. Why not? SWV. I may have a few of these already, but I can't leave them. US remixes. Brandy, the remixes are sitting up in my room. TLC. This is an odd one. CJ McIntosh mix. Digging on You. Street Soul, Maureen, Thinking of You. Snap the Power, classic dance track. Some Zan and the Wandelas. Why did I get this? Blacksmith mix, that was it. The album and instrumental of Monica, Don't Take It Personal. Carleen Anderson, apparently nothing. Desiree, the Blacksmith remixes. Have You Gotta Be? Michelle Gale, some bump mixes. This is pretty obscure, one of the first All Saints CD singles, Silver Shadow. Again, you just don't see this around much. Latricia McNeil, I think there's some Blacksmith mixes on that. And the long forgotten 411. Yeah, nice little haul. Yeah, so just walking back from the Vinyl Groove. I've been in there about 3 hours. It's crazy, isn't it? You know, running around all these record shops, trying to find these albums on my top 30 New Jack Swing albums that are on the list. And some of them were right on my doorstep, literally a 10-15 minute walk away. To see that Keith Sweat album, I was just blown away. I remember buying the first 2 albums on vinyl, and then when the third one came out, I just got it on CD because I was transferring over to CD, and you just didn't realise back then the way prices of vinyl have gone up. So I'm lucky to get that because on Discogs it's going for a pretty penny now. The Shy album on import as well. I'm just blown away to find that, and the Shantae Moore. But yeah, and classics as well, late 80s classics. The Terence Trent D'Arby album, big pop soul album from 87, 88. I mean, I'm looking at the price of, say, the Tracy Chapman and the Sade albums and the way they've gone up. And that's the next one. You know, I'm not even sure it's been reissued, but that was a big album. Almost forgotten now. His talent. He's still around making music, but that's a great album from the late 80s. Finding those really obscure rap CDs as well on Ichiban, you don't see them around. You'd have to buy them online. It's just, obviously they've got a lot of imports in there as well over many years. He's collected a lot of stuff, but finding out that the back there, he sold it all off. Someone's going to come in and take all that stock in the back. That's going. Wow. But yeah, that's been episode 9, the Vinyl Groove in Heywood. Big thanks to watching, subscribing, commenting, all your likes. We really appreciate it. And as ever, I'll see you on the next one.